Okay, okay. Down to minus 24 on that. Turn you on. All right. This is not 4.9. We're still in 4.8 right now. But screw it. Let's actually hop over and go to 4.9. Because I want to give it a shot, right? There's a lot of doom and gloom out there right now. And maybe, just maybe, we don't gotta be so worried. Maybe it'll be okay. I don't think it will be, but there's a lot of anger at 4.9. Looks like they reset us again. You know what? Actually, what I need to do is save my current customization. And then copy that over. Yo, I just got a Guardian in the game. Nice, Aries. Regular Guardian, Guardian QI, Guardian MX. They won't get wiped. They would advertise a wipe. There's no reason to wipe. Honestly, there was no reason for them to wipe last time too, because they didn't actually fix the exploits. So, and they were trying to, but they didn't. So what we need to do is go you, and we gotta save this. Here we go. That's my current customization. Save. This will be Mang 3. There we go. But yeah, we're gonna hop into 4.9. What's the optimized way to fight in it? So the regular Guardian with 2 size 5s is generally considered to be by the average community to be worse than the MX. However, I disagree. It's my favorite Guardian. The base Guardian is my favorite one. Now the QI is arguably more useful, but the base Guardian is the best duelist. So it has the best turn rate and it has the best stats because it's the lightest chip of the Guardian line. So what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be fighting in obviously you want to extend distance, so you're going to want to bicord, which means you're going to either have down and side strafe, up and side strafe, back and side strafe, maybe, but back is your weakest strafe. Remember that, right? Back is always your worst thruster. So it's best to do up, down, left, right, and then going away, left, right, away from the pip, up, down, away from the pip. So if the pip is above their ship, you are going down and right, or down and left, and that will keep your distance, right? From that, the Guardian also has matched pitch yaw, so you don't have to fight in pitch. I do off of principle, but you can turn in any direction and you won't lose speed. So once again, your goal is to keep them on your nose, and of course if it's versus fighters, you want 85 Bs. Versus larger ships, you want deadbolt 5s, right? Hey, still. All right, so we're gonna go to show and explore here. We're gonna copy our user file over. So the base Guardian is my favorite Guardian. The QI is mildly more useful because it has the dampener, but it's slower for it. And honestly, like, anything you want to dampen, and this is a large ship, I don't know, it kind of feels a little bit like a waste. I still won't say nimble, but like in the Guardians, I don't know, the base Guardian I still think is just a grossly underrated ship. Like grossly underrated. Because it was one of the first ships to do what I said CIG always needed to do with the heavy fighters, which was give them a unique stat that they're good at. And for that one, it's it's the strafes. It has very good strafes, right? How's it going, Sil? Good to see you. Yeah, I streamed last night without remembering that I had a stream scheduled today, so we're gonna test out 4-9, and then if 4-9 is boring, we'll just go and probably do 0 to hero, I think. Ooh, maybe we should try out the new Rico Battaglia or whatever her name is missions. Space for looting. I still struggle with the interior design of the Guardian. I don't like it. The elevator is so pointless. Give us a ramp that folds down. You can keep that interior room. Like, if the ramp folded down, you could have like a cargo grid or something there. Like, it's not terrible, and especially once they add like suit lockers and stuff, it'll be okay. But like especially on the MX, where it's just an empty room, it's I still feel like they waste space. For new boarding, yeah. So let's actually start in Nyx. So I'm gonna go to Levski. No, I don't really need to go to Levski. Normally we go to Levski to set up with a flight suit, but actually I will, because I want to test the flight suits and see if they still bug out. Am I early? I thought I was late. I thought I was like, yeah. So on Sundays I'm supposed to start 8 minutes ago. Sundays, Saturdays, because so we target different time zones, right? During the week I have to work, but on the weekend I want to be live earlier, so that way people can, who might not be able to catch my streams, the times don't work for them, there's an opportunity there. Apparently they rolled out new mining scanning things. I watched that. Yeah, I saw Salty Mike's video on that. And obviously I'm not a miner, but it seems more convenient. I don't think it fixes the root issue of like ore that's not 900 quality isn't really worth mining. What I think would be interesting is what if they had like bounties for ore, like where there's just a, you know, obviously this will eventually be replaced by like base building and stuff, right? Where it's like, hey, we will pay for bulk iron, we don't care the quality, and it's an always open contract for like say Rico or something like that, right? And we go, all right, we need 100 SCUs of iron, I don't care what it is, right? And then they'll pay more for that bulk order than if you were to just go and sell it. Would that help temporarily? Like the thing is also like, oh, like we want to encourage player to player interaction and eventually some sort of player economy, but then like if it's base building where like, all right, I need, you know, 1,000 construction materials, I need 500 iron, I need 250 aluminum, I need 1,000 copper, right? I need gold for electronics. And you don't care about the quality, you just want the material because you're building a base, right? But I don't know. The Pachinko machine knows for hit markers though. Apparently they turned them down. All right, bold take. I really do like the design of Levski hangars. I like this welcome to Levski gateway thing. What I don't like is how they're going the pyro route of shit lit hangars. Guys, that's just simply not practical. I know they are a ragtag little group, but that is so unpractical for spaceflight and for like preparation, for loading, for everything. Like in pyro, okay, they're pirates and they are really in the shit. Why do I have 2 soul suits? Why do I have 2 soul suits? I should not have 2 soul suits. I'm not complaining about that. Yeah, it's doubled. Some of my things are doubled here. Do our P8AR. We'll do our med gun. I have 4 fire extinguishers in here for some reason. All right. I mean, Lesgear hangers are more or less a pyro hanger just cleaned up. No, they aren't. They're built into the asteroid. This is why I like the Levski. I said I meant Levski, not Nyx. I love these asteroid walls and stuff. But like, guys, it's really impractical for the lighting to be this shit. It really is. Between lighting and space, the whole reason I moved back to Magutech. Yep, Magutech is the best place to live. The reason we're here is to look at the new missions, right? Really, your performance in Nyx and Pyro has been bad. Usually when I go there, the game runs a lot better for me. But then again, I don't go there very often. Like, I only ever come to I only ever come to Nyx to... Interesting, this still has the old transit system. I only ever come to Nyx to pirate, if I'm being honest, with the org. Otherwise, I'm in Stanton. I don't know. I like Nyx, don't get me wrong. It's just Nyx doesn't have my gameplay right now, right? If I want components, I'm not going to come to Nyx for QV stations. I'm going to go to Hathor, right? If I want PvP, if I'm not lane snaring, there's no reason to come here. Like, there are cool missions for combat, but like not really worth more than any of the ones in Stanton, like Gillies or stuff like that, right? Like, the patrol missions take a while for the amount of money that they pay, and especially if you want to fly a fighter, you know, fuel is going to be an issue. So they rolled back those fuel changes, right? Or did they just reduce the consumption? I think they fully rolled them back. Are these broken? Oh no, they aren't broken. Just the timer's broken. Attritions or NDBs? That's a great question, and I'll be honest, right now, Doratus, I don't know, and we should probably look into it. So I had in my head that NDBs were super nerfed. But I think I was thinking of the NNs, the NN cannons, where their velocity was just sent to the floor. So I hadn't looked at NDBs in a while. Here we go. P8AR buy, and then 2X buy, med pen buy. All right, that should be a decent loadout right there. I still think this new inventory is a little bit clunky. A little sad that they haven't iterated on it at all. All right, and we're gonna need to buy a size 1 backpack. So everyone says that they're removing the backpacks from the flight suits, which I think is true from most of them. The question is, are they removing it from the soul suit? Because the soul suit has a dedicated slot for it that was intentional. So if they remove the soul suit, it'll be a little sad, because that was part of the selling factor of the soul suit. It still looks amazing, right? It still looks awesome. I'm still gonna rock it even if it's not there. But let's just test this out. So armor categories, Baku. Yeah, so that's the light backpack for sale here. It's not my favorite one, but we'll test that. On this armor, I actually like the hard like military green weird shaped one, just because it kind of fits with the shape of the actual armor here. Like these ones, honestly. And yeah, so I still get it. Although this bug's really annoying. There we go. One thing I don't like now is if I change backpack, I'm gonna lose my gun. Why do I still have this one? I shouldn't still have that backpack. Where'd my sight go? Is that not the same? Did that get duped too? What? It did. Like all of my sub stuff got duped. What the fuck? There we go. Yeah. There's the one with the sight. Media for base Guardian. Best Guardian loadout for next patch or stock good enough now. Ooh. Well, once again, we have to look at PvP or PvE, right? So, advantage of the base Guardian is that it will not be as capacitor fucked as the MX. So let's pull up SP Viewer really quick here. Let's take a look. So size 5s on 4.9. So yeah, the 85Bs are gonna be nerfed to hell, I'm pretty sure. Or no, were they? Not to hell, but they were nerfed a little bit. They lost about 20 damage. So like that could still be an option, honestly, because ballistics on the higher end guns still might be worth it. Because that would also Ooh, I want to make this argument actually. So ballistics are being nerfed, things are changing, especially with pen. But if we're talking PvP, we're mostly talking fighter v fighter, where pen doesn't really matter. I still think the 85B might be the anti-fighter loadout, even with losing 20 alpha damage, because fighters are going to be swapping down to lasers now, but or light fighters, I mean, but heavy fighters with especially size 4 and size 5 guns are not nerfed, so that would give you a huge advantage where your shots matter and theirs don't. Sort of like how currently whenever I was PvPing yesterday, right? And I was flying the Gladius, and I'm like, well, I gotta get your shields down before, and you're just using a meta arrow, and you're damaging me instantaneously. Kind of that same thing, obviously very different flight profiles, but that could still be an option, honestly. C788s for PvE. Yeah, that's the MX. You're right on the brakes. Those guns, I don't think that will make it all the way through. If they do, that's wild. That's giving every size 4 gun Leonid cannons. So yeah, deadbolts are still going to be good for PvE as well. But by that same note, maybe we need to look at the pen distance here. Hold on. Let's sort by. It's been a while since I've actually looked at this stat because it kind of stopped mattering. Where the hell is it? It's funny. I was actually just building out a Guardian earlier today for somebody on Reddit. Am I dumb, chat? Or is it not in here? Am I just blind? Where the hell is the pen range? Here we go. Hammer penetration. All right. We're going to sort by that. So Slayer Cannon. So the NV57 ballistic Gatling is the highest. I'm not intimately familiar with that one. Is that a spoke one? Tumbril Nova Tank. Okay. So that's not a typical weapon you can put on a ship. That's why I'm not familiar with it. So Leonid's still the most deadbolt. Yeah, so deadbolts are going to be your best PvE option. They just are. At size 5. So yeah, deadbolts for PvE, 85 Bs for PvP for weapons. So we're gonna then go to home here. We're gonna pull up the Guardian. Once again, the base Guardian is my favorite Guardian. Though honestly, I most recently owned the QI. We just melted it to get the Ironclad Assault back, because it wouldn't let us have our loner in PTU, and I wanted to fly it. So if we were doing a PvP loadout, right, I would do 85 Bs. Shield will matter now, and so here's the thing with the Guardians. The Guardians are capacitor fucked because they have such high engine power requirements. So this looks awesome until you realize you need all these pips to get your full recharge rate and your boost. So we need to save power wherever fucking possible. All right. So we're starting coolers. We're going to go with stealth coolers, and we're going to probably do either the icebox or heatsink. We'll do heatsinks. I think you can buy that one. Nope, we were going to need to do the next one. Oh man, we can't. Can we do A's? Dude, so the MX has twin coolers. That is really unfortunate. I mean, it's not a huge deal because the size 2s aren't super great anyways. So shoot. All right, a comp 3 isn't horribly bad. Let's go down to the radar though, and we're definitely gonna want competition radar. So I believe this one is pretty cheap, and as you see, you actually get a pretty good aim max. And that's only 3 pips there, right? So I think this is slightly bugged because it's acting like this is the QI with this right here. No, I think there will be a laser return for light fighters. Absolutely. The Shredder and Deadbolt nerfs mean on light fighters and on like and anything that's size 3 capped is gonna go to lasers. Yeah. So, man, I wish we could dump the cooler more. Shields are gonna matter now. But we're still capacitor fucked. So we can turn that off. Is there a better... No. And the fact that we have to put 3 in there. See, this is the problem with the Guardians. Oh, the shields matter again. That was missing. Yeah. You think it cease? Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will on the brakes. Absolutely. If it doesn't get nerfed, yeah, it will. Will it be good for PvP? No. But will it be good for punching up into large ships or PvE? Absolutely. Absolutely. Stealth plus that's pretty nasty. Obviously, we're going Dominator 2s. Down the board. We do EM missiles in a PvP build. Oh, but the cross sections are harder to flare. Yeah, but there's too much that goes wrong with them. Honestly, the crossfield is a decent starting drive. Power plants. Okay. If we can get those up to Dynafluxes, will that help? Not really. It's the same segments. Really, you need JS300s. That helps a lot, but of course, good luck getting JS300s. That's why I'm trying to keep things into the B category here. But really, I don't think there's a lot we can do to get you over the finish line, sadly. This is the issue with the Guardians, is that massive power requirement for engines. So overdrives were stock, right? Yeah. There's no reason to upgrade them. Try icebox on coolers. I don't think that cooled enough. It did cool enough. Am I insane? What? Oh hey, there you go. That saves some. That actually does save room. Okay. Good shout, Aries. Why did I think that wouldn't work? I thought we tried that. I guess not. Okay, so this is definitely not a build you can do easily because we have an FR76 and 2 JS300s. If you get here though, you can fully power the ship without life support. Yeah. I can send that out. And of course, you can swap out the 85Bs for deadbolts if you want to do PvE. What about finding a more efficient radar? I'm pretty sure that's a pretty efficient radar. There is the Predator. But see, we want min and max to be the same here. That's why I really like the SNS R6 radar, because it's 3 pips flat, no adjustment, but it gets you 1750, which is pretty good. You definitely want you definitely want that. Now, see, I wouldn't dump shields right now. I would not dump shields. Normally I would. And definitely I would in 4.8, but in 4.9, fighters, light fighters are going to be rocking lasers, right? I don't see a huge advantage in going for grade B on comp. Okay, yeah, it is just more range. Yeah, you're right. There we go. Boop. Yeah, so the R7 is also, yeah, there you go, boom. Because range is going to be something you need to use in this ship. No, I really do like the base Guardian. I'll be honest, in my 0 to hero account, I would absolutely trade my MX for a base Guardian.
Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
I mean, you can dump shields. Dumping shields probably is still the play depending on what you're fighting. But the Guardian, I feel like, is going to need it. Okay, I don't have a hanger anymore. That's weird. I should have a permanent one here. All right, so let's actually look at the missions and then figure out what we want to fly. It's just called Battaglia. Ship in distress is a Drake Caterpillar. Yeah, okay. So I think we need to get some of the rep first before. So I don't know what we're gonna be fighting. So I'm also something with some punch.
Thanks for taking the job.
Part of me really wants to fly the Wolf right now. Let me just check. Nope, they have not buffed the guns on the Wolf. This is so little DPS, guys. Like, here, hold on. 1411 for 2 size 4 Gatlings. Let's go to the Talon. I need a harp in this point. Talon, 84B. 84B. 2500. We'll do Revenants here. Maybe Revenants. 2300. The Revenant's barely worse DPS. Oh my god, dude. They fucking... The Breaknecks. Here we go. The Breaknecks. Boom. They got nerfed a bit, but they're still better. The Wolf got so fucked. I'm so mad about the Wolf. Okay. Not that. I don't know what... Hey, maybe. Yeah, let's fly the M80. We don't have a meta setup for it, so I hope that it will be able to punch enough. If not, we may need to go fly and pick up something, but we'll see. I wanted to fly the Wolf through Addis, but the Wolf, it was so good in 4.7, guys. It was by far one of the best fighters in 4.7. And then CIG was like, well, glad you guys like our very cool looking, you know, awesome Naboo Starfighter. By the way, it's bad now. But Galdarines and Rhinos should be a decent starting kit. So it looks like the C788 hasn't been nerfed yet. God, I need to figure out what the velocity on that thing is. There might be a build here, chat. It's okay, the Stingray will save it with bespoke weapon buffs, not coping at all. Bro, I've been hearing about the Stingray for so long, and yet I see nothing about the Stingray. See, I love the vibes of Nyx. I just wish there was more to do in Nyx. Oh yeah, the M80 is still great. Honestly, in 4.9, the M80 is getting buffed massively. Like that's what we determined in the last stream, because its double size 2 shields now are going to matter against light fighters that are trying to harass it. The M80 was a genuinely hard fight to overcome when I was fighting Aeandix, and I was in a Gladius and he was in the M80. I had to genuinely struggle to get through it. Now, granted, those were CFs, so a little different. And of course, it still is going to absolutely get mollywopped by a Guardian MX. The Guardian MX is the hard counter of the M80, right? Because what the M80 does is with its playstyle is it forces a nose trade. It flies the distance, forces you to come in and trade down, right? Now, against most fighters, it wins that nose trade. It has more DPS and more health. So as long as you have the aim to back it up, you will outdamage a Hornet, you will outdamage a Saber, you'll outdamage most ships, right? That also want to nose trade. Not the Guardian MX. You do outdamage it, barely, but it massively outtanks you. Massively outtanks you. And it also wants to nose trade. So you're playing it how it wants to play. It will always turn better than you. You really don't have an answer against a Guardian MX pilot. Unless they're just bad, like really bad, can't aim bad. So that's your hard counter. The arrow with deadbolts is still going to be a hard counter as well. But a deadbolt light fighter, it's more common in the PU, but usually they're pretty bad. Meteor got shafted. A little bit. A little bit. But I don't see the C788 staying. Oh yeah. But the thing is the size 3s have never been the hero guns of the Meteor. Right? I'd still want pure deadbolt on the Meteor. Like here's the thing. The Shredder Meteor I was running before, or the before that, the CF Meteor I was running before, kind of now is just worse than the M80, right? So at that point, just lean into what the Meteor is good at. No, the Ares aren't making a comeback. Yeah, see, I had Shredders on mine, yeah. But no, the Ares is not making a comeback. It is better than it was. It is better than it was. However, it still can't even perform its job. Whereas the Meteor can, the M80 can, the Guardian MX can now, with the buff to the size 4s. The Ares needs CIG to actually give a shit about it. That's the problem, is that CIG doesn't give a shit about it anymore. It's not a new ship. It's not selling them fancy hype. And yeah, so like it's not even a balance thing, because they have ships that do what the Ares was supposed to do. If this was real life, it's just a case of the manufacturer just fucking got it up, right? Like, you know, broken promises. But this is a video game, and shit can change. And unless it is supposed to be a lore representation of false advertising, it needs help. This is a long ass jump. Another reason why I kind of hate Nyx. Stanton, my beloved. Like I'm okay with travel time. I am, but like eventually jumping will be better because it'll be something that you can do yourself. You have quantum boost and stuff like that, so it won't be quite as non-interactive. One thing I will say about Elite Dangerous is the frame shift drive is super cool. The frame shift drive is super cool. I'm not sure if it would really work all that awesome in Star Citizen, but it kind of, I don't know. Part of me likes being able to chill and just sit here and talk and third person and look at my ship, but also is like, this is a long jump for just one mission. Frame shift drive, frame shift, FRAME shift, S-H-I-F-T, the frame shift drive. Basically what it means is it is shifting the frame of reference so you aren't moving, space is moving around you.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Yeah, that's one thing I wish in Star Citizen had, is I wish you could see like the lane traffic. I wish you could see these little blips of traveling ships. Like one, yeah, it would help pirates, but two, it also just made the verse feel more alive. Board? Board? Oh, this is different.
Shield system active.
This is not what I thought this was at all. Interesting. I haven't been in a caterpillar in a long time. This is the right side up. I don't think they had a docking collar, so do they have like one of the doors on the man module open? No. Part of me wants to blow up that actually, you know what? Let's test this.
Check fire.
Any cargo in there? Any pirate loot? Wait. There is something in there, isn't it? I'm not crazy. There's a box in there. No, there. Glad to know that my unsealed helmet is still... Dude, whoa. Sniper rifles, machine guns, dude. An ultra flux? That's a component? Drift? Regulus? This is cool! Wait, this... Dude, I was just... This is a... Okay, wait, can we... These weapon lockers aren't a part of the base Cutlass, are they? Is this like a Cutlass steel? Is this a steel then, or is this like something that I haven't seen before? It looked like a Cutlass black, yeah. But I've never seen those weapon lockers before. That's really cool that these missions spawn loot in there. there a way I can like open all doors? Decently cool armor.
Oh, come on, no one should have hit. Ah, damn it. Moving up. Today just got interest. Got tagged. Not lively. Ah, jeez, we're getting close. They really got me.
Oh god.
Oh, shit. Someone got knocked. Dancing. Shit, they just killed him. I'm pushing. Someone wants to trust. Got tagged.
That's also cool armor that I don't recognize. Okay, no, that's that makeshift chest piece that I used to have in the old boarding missions. Man, I should have brought more ammo. You was watching the last stream, didn't know I was live? Oh yeah, no, I kind of fucked up and I forgot I had a stream today. Oh my god, look at this, guys. There's cargo on this ship too. Maybe that could be fake. New objective, repair the power plant. What? How do you like the Ripper? I never have a reason to use it because its range is so incredibly short, but I love its model. Okay, we didn't bring an SRT tool. I wonder if we can find one on board. Okay, so the command module is like locked off. Aha! Aha! CIG! CIG, I see what you're doing here. This is kind of cool. I really gotta say, this is kind of cool. What is it like? Customize? Yeah, and then... How do I change mode? Okay. I have not been on a caterpillar in very long. It goes to quantum drive. Where is the power plant? These are guns there. There's the power plant, right? The Ginzel. So if I am back here, I go back this way. That's a turret. Did I drop the salvage one? Oh shit. That was cool until I dropped it. So that armor is kind of sick. The smoke is getting worse, isn't it? Is there a fire extinguisher on the... Yeah, this smoke is 100% getting worse. I don't even... Component housing... Is this ship even gold standard? An ammo spot you need to equip. It was right next to where you found the power plant, the thing in the canister. Oh, okay. You mean before I glitched out of existence? That's it. Well. Porca no las dos? I must have just dropped it. So is the SRT attachment? I don't think I have it. Yeah. Yeah. I had it on the other gun. And then I went down the ladder, I looked in the terminal and it was gone. Still, there might be a way we can find another one. This really isn't fully CIG's fault. This is also my fault for being stupid and doing this mission. This was how they came in. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. That could be a spawn point from another. Let's check the let's check up here. Okay, I'll check. Nope, it's not the repair tool, it's just the canisters. As always. A tool would be dope. But we have all the loot in here that I wasn't looking for a tool earlier. I could have missed it, right? This is a cool mission. I broke it. I'm not even really blaming CIG at this point. Damn. This is a really cool mission. Oh, wait. Damn it. I love that there are components and weapon spawn points and things. But this ship may go boom. It's very much on fire. We checked that one. That just had a shirt in it. A cool shirt, but a shirt. The game did give us the tool, and then we glitched it away. I wonder if I could leave and come back. And now that quantum jump took fucking forever. It was right when we were here. Like we went down the elevator to check. God, I can't believe it was right there. See, I've never been on this ship and since it got gold standard. I didn't know that's what I needed to fix. And none of these guys have it. Why would they? This is a really cool mission. I'm just a little mad. I glitched away the tool that was needed for it. And nothing back this way. Yeah, we checked both ships. No, this was a cool mission at Yondex. We had to board this ship, kill the pirates, and then repair it as the crew is locked in the command module and we can't get into it, right? Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, no, it is barricaded. Yeah, they literally barricaded the command module to keep themselves safe. And then we kill the boarders, and then we have to repair this. And they gave us a tool that I immediately glitched away because I didn't know where it was. So I went down here, and I think when I was on this ladder is when I glitched it out. Because I already had a tool. I wanted to check the engineering terminal to see where it was, and then I lost the repair tool that they gave us. Because I thought this, honestly, it was just marked as a ship in distress mission. I thought we were just coming here to fight. I brought the M80 and everything. I'm like, man, we're just go blow up some ships, right? But no, it wasn't. And then what's cool is that we checked the border ships, the pirate ship that they spawned, which is a Cutlass right here. And I thought there'd be nothing in here. So as a joke, I shot it open, and there's a ton of loot in here. Look, there's components, there's chests, there's these lockers full of weapons. And like, yeah, so it's a really cool mission that I just fucking broke. So let me see. Are we close to anything? Any station? We're close to Lambda. So we'll go to Lambda and grab an SRT, and if the ship hasn't blown up since then, we'll go fix it then. It's honestly actually like the 890 jump missions were cool because they were so big, but this was honestly like, I actually really like this. This is cool. I did not expect this when I came in here. Well, I didn't see that the nose was open. Guys, I haven't been on a Caterpillar in like 4 years.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Am I like from like the wrong side?
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Engines inactive.
The C788s are stupid. What was going to be good in 4.9 PvE and PvP? Okay, so in size 4s, obviously, as just stated, the C788s are going to be a new standout option for PvE. I need to check their stats more closely. but they basically are Leonids from the Meteor now, which is freaking insane. On fighters, we're going back to lasers, so it's going to be, you know, M cannons for PvE, and it's going to be repeaters for PvP. So either NDBs, attritions, or CS. I haven't had enough time to decide which I like more. Honestly, CS still might just be it because they're fast and they still flood a good amount of shots, much higher hit rate than the attritions, right? But NDBs I need to take a look at. They are lower velocity, but not too low. I had them confused with the NN cannons, which got their velocity like entirely fucking like slashed down. I have never really been in these stations that much. Where the fuck? Not habitation. Where the fuck do I buy a salvage tool? But on size 5 ships, it's gonna be the exact same. Honestly, here we go. All right. Yeah, I usually hang out in Stanton. I haven't spent a lot of time on these stations. Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like their damage is decent, but they just don't really have the same hit rate. So I'm a ways down there. I have not seen the Basher. Is it so? Which one is it though? Is it the upgraded Aurora with the? I think the pinball sounds are here to stay when shooting ships. I think the idea is amazing. Execution is very not good. It's the Buck. Ooh, it's the Buck. It's the. You gotta show me. 9-ball, don't keep it to yourself, please. Please show me. Holy fuck, that makes. I was excited for the Buck one. That was the one I was most excited for. All right, we're gonna have to take a look at that.
Landing gear raised.
The C-788 got the buff so they could sell more Bashers. 2 size 4s is good for any ship. You the enemy? Oh, freaking G, man. What a G. All right, let's see this. That wasn't the one I was thinking of. Interesting. This says the angle was just vastly different. The one I was thinking of had the tri-wing with the tall vertical stable. Well, actually, maybe it could be that just from a weird perspective. Like maybe that crane thing on top was what I thought was a vertical. Alrighty, here we are. It did not go boom, so I guess those fires weren't that dangerous. Okay, yeah, that was the one I was thinking of then. Yeah, the back angle. Damn. Okay. What is that crane thing on top? Okay, so maybe it's a weird perspective. Like this see that second image you sent me. That looks like a fighter. The top one looks like a cutlass. So maybe it's just a weird perspective thing. Yeah, I'll pull the bow on stream in a second here. I just want to finish the mission. The pinball sounds, what's up with those? Yeah, so I don't think the sounds are going to stay as they are. But I do think, so I think they're either going to give us an option to control them via volume, or take them out, or turn them down. One of those three things. So they're either going to remove them, which I think is the least likely. They're going to turn down the volume themselves, which I think is the most likely. Or they're going to give us volume control over it, which I also would want the most, because then I could turn them off entirely. I don't know if they're going to do that yet. We're talking about what they can do with like minimal additional dev time, right? No, they sound bad. They sound bad. Yeah. Hey, Catalyst, good to see you again. Receive the Lawson Mining Laser Blueprint. So anyways, we're going to keep couple mode on here. We're going to alt tab. I'll show you guys what Nineball sent me here. So this is the loading screen image, which this looks like a big ship, right? So first of all, what I thought from the back was a vertical stabilizer and was really, really excited about. It's like a crane, which is weird. I kind of fucking hate it, if I'm being real with you. Also, these wings don't look nearly as swift forward in the other image, so I think there's a weird perspective on this, right? That nose does look to me buccaneery, right? But here, like this was the old image we had looking at it, where it looks way smaller, and these wings are way more swept forward. And I said I thought this was a vertical stabilizer, and I was gonna be really happy about that because I want a vertical stabilizer in this game. We don't have one. There's no ship in the game that has a vertical stabilizer fin. They're all angled, all of them. And I was so excited for that, but it's a crane. Why is it a crane? Why do we have a crane? That actually upsets me. That actually upsets me more. I know it's supposed to be ramshackle, but like that's so much weight. Like the cool thing about the ship was before the add-on kits, which the add-on kits were still cool. Before the add-on kits, it was like it was stripped down, it was bare bones. It was like we only have what we need, and we're gonna get performance. We're gonna get that Super Hornet performance out of a cutlass chassis because we're stripping things out. We're literally cutting and re-welding the chassis to make it smaller, right? Why is there a crane? Like what? I do want the Griffin, but I want Space Griffin. Prize is also the new SRV multi-role ship. Could be an appearance kit like the Blade. Well, the only thing about that is it matches up with the back of this, right? But this actually looked relatively sleek. So these are those neutron cannons, right? Look at the guns though. Yes, I'm seeing 2 attritions here. These are like 2 revenants maybe. Or that looks like a revenant. That looks smaller from that side. That looks like a revenant with that big backside. And then, so what? Are we thinking 2 size 3s, 2 size 4s? The crane is stupid. If it actually is a space crane, that's so stupid. You see 7 guns? Okay, wait, no, you're right. There's also an attrition here. So 1, 2. So I see 6. I don't see. There's 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. This blended in with the firing of this. That's why I missed that. Where's the 7th? Below the crane. It just hooks them so they can't quantum. I fucking hate the crane. Oh my god, I hate the crane so much. Okay, alright, this is pure cope, right? This is pure cope, okay? The crane can flip back behind it. And then you can hook an SCU box to it. Now, here's the trick. The SCU box doesn't have a limitation on size. It's 1 box you're hooking. So you can hook 132, you can hook 1.8, 116, and then it's just trailing behind you as you fly, swinging around, and you need to watch how you fly. But you could, in theory, loot something, snag a 32 off of it, and then fly away with it, right? You can use it as a sling weapon with the SCU. I see 2 size 4 revenants, 2 size 3 tormentors. You see tormentors? Okay, yeah, tormentors, I guess, right. I call them attritions. Yeah. So this thing's doing with at least 6 weapons, probably 4 size 3, 2 size 4. We're looking at bigger than a Hornet competitor. Yeah, so this is probably a medium. Yeah, this is actually not probably this is definitely a medium. Terminator, AK Shitty Panther, yeah. An A2 bomb on the crane and just say witness me, right? Guys, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I was really thinking we were finally, and like, it kind of makes sense, right? Because the gray ships kind of need to do their own thing. So like, a tried and true, really old method of stabilizing flight. This honestly, aside from these bits at the back, this looks pretty sleek, right? This looks like a pretty sleek starfighter, and this, I knew it was always going to be junky, but junky doesn't mean it can't be, you know, right? Like, ah, man. So here's, okay. Ooh, wait. So this is showing that there's, man, they might have upgunned it, because I don't see how we're getting another wing weapon. That's spindly in this image, right? Are these the same ship? They are, because they have those engines. But here we have 2 weapon hardpoints. Those look way beefier than this. This is the old image, right? And so this is I closed the other one. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, hold on. It definitely is that one. So if it is a space crane, it's really thin. This is why I thought it was a vertical stabilizer. I'm not seeing that crossing. And I'm seeing it shoot. And in this one, it's shooting from guns that are here. You see that weird muzzle flash? They're here on the engines. So I wonder if when they upsized the guns, they extended the wings out more and they put them on the wing. But this was the ship I was looking forward to. And okay, there is a frame where you can see it going farther forward than I thought. I wanted a vertical stabilizer. Ah, it's a fucking crane. It's a stupid fucking crane. I don't know what it does. It might just be aesthetics. If it's thin like that, it's not terrible. But that like it's still probably the same ish roll. But also, if they made the wings bigger, that does make it worse. Size does matter. Like this is what was one that we thought could be like a light fighter, right? And now it's almost certainly it's a medium. I don't think it is two different ships. Because if we look at if we look at the other leaks, right? That is not the ship. That's the Mustang one. And honestly, I kind of like how that one looks. This is what I thought the Basher was going to be. This is the one that I thought the Basher was going to be. Because these big Argo side panels, to me, and like the up armored Aurora cockpit, to me, it was like, okay, yeah, that's like that fit the name of Basher to me, right? Which, by the way, that Aurora one, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it actually looks better, not like from this view. So then that cockpit's gonna suck. This one's cool. This was the one I was most excited for. And I'm thinking it's a medium fighter, and I'm thinking it's probably gonna suck. They had to have. They had to have made the wings bigger to fit the other guns on it. Or this is an artist rendition that isn't totally scale accurate. But if there are size 4s on the wings, these wings have been upsized. There's no way, I'm sorry, there's no way you're fitting size 4s there. Like on this one, what it looks like, honestly, is it looks like you have size 3, maybe something up here, and then size 2s. Like I thought this would be 4 size 3s and 2 size 2s, honestly. Like those look like size 2s to me. Those look tiny. So they've upgunned it. They have a crane that looks like a spine. Look, if it's a spine, that's not terrible, but I don't think it's welded on anything. Because look, there's an air gap here, and there's a cable. That's why I was calling it a crane, was because I saw a fucking cable. Like, why would this cable be here if it was welded at the front? So this is standing up. This is free floating, right? Yeah. There is an air gap there. It's probably not actually a crane. I'm just memeing on it because I think it looks stupid. I'll have to see it though. I'll have to see the full ship announcement. The trasher, some would say. Don't hate on the Toyota Helix Freedom Fund. I never hated on the Toyota. Let's do another one. And I probably should have fueled up while I was at Lambda, but that's okay.
Needing someone to clear that one out.
Activated.
Why are you acting like me responding to a distress call is like, oh yeah, this one's been sitting in the back burner for like 2 weeks? Yeah, no. They've been bitching quite a lot actually, like, please come save us, I have children. Rico don't care about any of that bullshit. Where's your order delivery, bitch? So glad you can get to it finally. I think they're all starved to death. Like, that was the vibe I got from that fucking, I've been waiting for someone to clear that out when it's a distress call. Like, what? I still want to see a Grays do a Connie Corsair size range ship though. I think just more Gray ships is cool in general. Now, obviously as a fighter enjoyer, I'm eating good. But like, here's the thing, even if I think the crane is stupid, I'm probably still going to be checking out that ship. I own most combat ships in the game, and I definitely buy them all once, just so I have them in buyback and stuff. It's gonna get a review. You see, a Grays Reclaimer that is outfitted in... Man, I wish the Idris laser wasn't so fucking awful and unfun. They bring the claw back, but it's just 2 claws that go out and grab ships and tear them apart. Well, the thing is it would be a reclaimer turned into a battleship, right? Or something like that, right? So it's a pirate reclaimer. Still has some salvage capability, but has a lot more guns. It's basically go there, pirate, and salvage your kill. I mean, we already do that in our lane snaring. So having that be one ship would be kind of cool. Yeah, that's been joked about forever. There was a cool concept for a little while before people fell out of love with the idea. Hold on. Caterpillar. Let me see, where is this? Here it is. This was the old fucking concept art that somebody fucking drew. Open image in a new tab here. Of basically exactly what you're talking about. Where the front you could dock a fucking cutlass to. It would slot in like that. And then it had broadside guns and things. By the way, this was never official concept art. This was Reddit. This was this was a community thing. But yeah. The command module, if it was cool, right? Nineball. Something kind of funny of a ship that carries a snub, and the snub is a QED ship. Yeah, so we've tried that with the Mantis inside of Polaris or something, right? But unfortunately, if it's inside another ship, the quantum bubble doesn't work. Absolute zero. Okay. Beacon, sonic light. Ooh, that's the arrow head, right? Or whatever the fuck it is, the laser sniper. These are not fixed spawns. There's the P6. Okay. Honestly, some decent loot in these. I'm kind of hoping that they'll spawn one of the new bullpup rifles. All right, so you say people go in from the front? I would if it was live, but this is PTU. I love how the Ripper looks. I just hate its incredibly low range. It really does feel like it's a mining laser, like, converted to a weapon. It's very fitting for, like, nicks and stuff, right? That's a cool armor set. I really hope with Starware that they rebalance sort of lights and medium armors. Like, I still want heavy armor and ultra heavy armor to be. Okay, that was. I think I was hitting a corner of geometry there. I still want heavy and ultra heavy armor to be the best, but like I want there to be like more side grade options and like utility and stuff. Because I prefer the medium armor visually. Like, that is a really cool fucking set. Sir? The Ripper is also nothing compared to the Quartz. That thing is so stupidly hard hitting with the hidden buff it has. Oh yeah, this is definitely a fun mission. That's a weird animation. Ah, that's how that works. So it seems like this guy always has the same loadout and same equipment. Yeah, Valentino core. But up here, there was a guy. I think there was one closer too, but I really like this set. I think there was a guy more down here. I don't know if I'm actually going to wear armor. I mean, you all know I'm a flight suit enjoyer, but we keep doing this mission. Yeah, nope, it wasn't him. Okay, so it was somewhere else. Panthers. There's stock loadout on that. Hey, actually, guys, there's a lore inconsistency here. The weapons equipped by this cutlass could not have possibly disabled the ship. So, CIG, fix your shit. So let's see. I kind of don't want to just keep running one mission, but this is the only one that I can do that's not Marlin blueprint. What is the Marlin?
Let's go ahead and call that last job done.
More mining stuff done? Yeah, see, these jobs I can't do. So we would need to do like what, like 8 or 9 of those missions before we could wrap up. I wanted to get to the later missions in her line, the Moraine movement ones that Deadawake was doing. But I don't really want to go mining. Can I without a mining ship? I mean, I could get a mining ship, I suppose. Ooh. We are fuel fucked. There we go. But yeah, so can you do the scan one? Without the mining ship, or do you need to have a mining ship?
Quantum fuel, 100%. Initiating launch procedure. Docking launch procedure complete. Shield inactive.
All right, we'll try it. I thought you had to have the mining mode to scan the rocks and see their quality. Scan aluminum asteroid, scan iron asteroid. Oh, is that just in general? It's not in a location? Okay.
Great. Thanks for picking that up.
Contact.
So do I need to like... Guys, remember, Cal is not a miner. I have no idea where to go to find rocks. Lindium? Never heard of that. I can't scan them. I can't see their quality. There's iron. Yeah, so I scanned it and it says 0 out of 1. Hold on. Stop moving, Eric. Yeah, see, it says fully scanned. Yeah, see? Hold on, let me turn off the QR code. No, I can. Okay. I still can't see their quality because I don't have the mining module, the mining mode in the ship. But I can technically do the mission. Okay. Debris. Exolite. Debris. More iron. Does aluminum and iron asteroids even spawn in like the same region? Do I think they like jump somewhere else? Lindium. Also, me flying this fast in an asteroid field is absolutely asking to get my butt whacked. I'm thinking debris. Lithium. Alright. Am I just going between like the same couple of blobs? Kind of feels like it. Just try and go towards the star. And I keep going in a direction. Alright. Debris. Iron. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I know nothing about mining, but I do know there are different locations where shit spawns. I was thinking being above the ring like this is probably giving me more debris than Rockies. Hey, that's also debris by being in rocks. Just like me, for real, for real. Yeah. Super cool mission, guys. I mean, granted, if you knew what you were doing, it probably would be a lot easier, but... Theoretically, you would do this while also mining and not just trying to complete a mission for rep, right? So, like, that would be the fun of it. Lots of Lindium out here. Lots of Lindium. I'm gonna just stop seeing stuff when I lower it. So that's really annoying from how I have my controls set up. Ice. Iron. Yeah, I feel like I'm not in a ring that spawns aluminum. Yeah. Alright, well, it's time for us to stop pretending like we know what we're doing and do a Google here. They don't have a lot of info on that. Is it like on the... Wasn't there an in-game like thing about that? Here we go. Aluminum. Aaron Halo, Aberdeen. Keeger Belt. Keeger Belt index. Outermost asteroid belt index, yeah. The outermost would probably be, yeah, one of those QV breaker stations. Let's go there. So we wasted a bunch of time, but I could have just checked that. So that's my fault. Alrighty. Definitely the way less cool than the other mission we were just doing. It's okay, 9ball. Potentially. Yes, there's the Galatian and the Keeger Belt. I really should have checked those things first. I'm still upset about Space Crane. I don't know, man. So there's like lights. If this is the cockpit like buried in this stuff, it might not have great visibility, but I don't know. I think we'll just have to see. Here's the thing. Depending on how big this thing is, guys, like, it really might not be OP. You did? You did. I did not see that. Okay, a Drake style cockpit. Definitely 2 offset flight sticks. Because you can tell this is on the right side, so it's like this. This is ideal. Here we can see once again his outline. So it still has sweats forward wings. 'Cause two MFDs, radar. I'm so fucking sick of having 2 MFDs in every ship, man. Give us 4 MFDs. I know. Oh, they're performant. Let us turn them off then. I hate MFD. I hate MFD casts. Give us 4 MFDs. Come on. I do like these function panels in Drake ships. They're good. So it does look like we can see left and right a little ways. Can't see down. So not quite just the cockpit from the Buck.
Quantum drive deactivated.
All right. Vexilite. Debris. Vexilite. Aluminum. Wow. Okay. Honestly, when you go to the right location, these aren't that bad. Chat, when you know what to do in the game is less confusing. Are we still in couple mode? PS, there's only Bob talk in this PvP house. Well, we are doing Bob stuff. Here we go. Another ship in distress. Let's do it. Way cooler mission.
Wanted to let you know that everything checked out. Consider the contract complete. Right. I need someone to clear that one out.
Why do you have a backlog of distress called ships waiting for rescue, Rico? I don't know, I feel like that voice line is just so not fitting for the mission. Shares unavailable if there's no eligible party members. Go away! Well, that's a bug. That is definitely a bug. It's kind of under my screen, but that prompt's not going away. So I guess let's also, while we're here, let's look at the let's look at those cannons. Because I haven't actually looked super close at them. So size 4, C788. So we're gonna go get them, right? Oh my Jesus. I thought they might be like 700 or something in velocity. Dude, that's almost a matched pip with the 85Bs. That is disgusting. Hey guys, this does actually invalidate the the Meteor more than I thought at that speed. That M80 loadout, two of those and 85Bs, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. Jesus Christ. There's got to be 0% chance that makes that to live, so I kind of want to go get those. I wanted to keep grinding these missions out because I wanted to get the further Rico missions where we can get the new gun and stuff, right? Okay, so the Basher has 4 size 3s, 1152. Those are ballistic, so they're going to be good for that. To do NDB 30s. Yeah, NDB 30s. Or if you wanted a full PV load out M5 cannons with them. Yeah, that's a little bit gross. God. Yeah, 2 breakness instead of revenants, that's probably it, yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. Gamma Max, Drift, All Stop. Another arrowhead. Those seem to spawn really regularly here. Okay. We need some food and drink anyway, so we'll grab that and eat that aboard the M80 later. Those seem to always be bearing P4s. Still no spawns of the new gun. A lot of people saying the sea cannons with the 1200 damage that people will actually go live. I think we'll actually go live, yeah. I mean, there's a chance, but I think it's very low. Because at that point, why even nerf deadbolts? I mean, I guess there was the size 3 that was nerfed, not the size 4, but... I mean, unless they... If those changes go live, like at what point do we just say that like they are like clearly rolling back armor and engineering? The engineering's already been massively reduced with the pen changes, right? Except for that. And that's going to entirely invalidate armor on all ships. Like if a Hornet damages a capital ship, right? Whew. A little spicy in the end there. You spin me right round, baby, right round. All right, let's see. This yellow armor, what is it? What are you made of? Orc? Strata? Okay. Don't ask rational questions. No, it straight up does. Like, I thought they would have like a 700 velocity or something where it's like, okay, well, you know, you still would probably want a meteor. No, this is just killing the meteor. So I'm almost glad I didn't make my review of the meteor. Like, this is why, actually, guys, this is why I haven't put out a ship review. Because the balance is changing so rapidly that I feel is in bad faith for me to, like, look at a ship and say, yeah, you should probably buy this. But yeah, this is a good ship for the patch. Or stuff, because it... Like, all of my info is fucking 2 months of lifespan. So, like, it's why I've not felt good about making ship reviews when I really like making ship reviews. It was a good, easy, repeatable content loop for me. I could get any ship on the store I wanted with my store credit, right? But it's like, man, dude, like... Because literally at the start of 4.8, I was going to say, like, yeah, guys, the Meteor is, like, the best solo ship in the game. And it still has those things that make it useful, but, like, yeah. Yeah, the Paladin helmet seems to spawn really commonly here, so. I fully agree with you, man. No, like I've talked about what I want for like PvP, right? Here's what I want from like ship dueling is I want us to require fixed loadouts, and I want ballistics to be very dangerous. Basically, if you get hit by a ballistic burst, it should basically be like in DCS, where you're very lucky to survive more than a few shots hit, but you should have a very limited gun. So when you fire that ballistic Gatling, you should have like maybe 6 seconds total of gun time. So you will need to have a second trigger for it or something else like that, right? But does nothing to shields. So you have lasers, get shields down, then you get the burst of the Burt, and then that rips apart a fighter. That's what I want. Now, using DCS is a little bit extreme of an example, right? And I'm not saying I don't want lasers to damage the hull at all, but like, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out where to buy those things. And I did kind of want to get the new rifle and stuff, but let's see here. We've just done 2 more. So yeah, it's about 8 missions, 9 missions, 10 missions to get up to associate. And I think that's where I get that. I forgot that she gave you ships. Well, that's interesting. You, Bab? All right.
Go ahead and call that last job done.
Where is... Here we go, Stanton Gateway. Let's head to New Bab. Yeah, if you want to pull a purse, then I'll pull a Deadbolt C700 Meteor. I can't get the 85Bs. Not Meteor, sorry, M80. And we can test that out, but it'll take me a little while to get over there now. So it's probably going to be in like 30 minutes here. But we got time. We still got 41 minutes left on stream. Yeah. So you think these are tormentors? So 4 tormentors, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 breaknecks, huh? This one does look like a breakneck, I'll give you that. This one, maybe just the angle. This one doesn't. Obviously, this is a drawing, right? This looks way too small. I wanted to love the look of it. But man. I think they widened and buffed the wings to fit. I don't see how we're getting a size 4 in that slot. Those are size 3s right there. So when this was made, these were 2 size 3s, 2 size 2s, like an arrow. Actually, like a little bit more than an arrow. And I thought it was gonna be smaller. If we're putting size 4s there, then they had to have buffed up the wings. And I'm still salty about the fucking crane. That is the crane there. You can see it going all the way down now, though. I was thinking it was a vertical stabilizer. I was gonna be so fucking happy for that. To me, that's different than the ship or an older design. That is clearly the ship. This is clearly the same ship. Now they've obviously changed it, but that's clearly the ship, right? These are the engines. That's the wing shape. Right here, in that point, you see that's the crane. That is the crane. Like, I can't zoom in anymore, but that is the crane that we're looking at. So I definitely think it is an older design. Look under the cells. Yeah. I think they redesigned these wing attachments. That's what I think. I think they buffed up these wings. I could be wrong, but I mean, it's got a lot in common. Yeah, it is. We should have our jump drive. We didn't change any components. There we go. All right, and away we go. Hazard shield. How's it going, Hazard? So it's definitely going to be a pure fighter versus the multi-role of the Shiv, right? And it's probably going to be a medium fighter. Judging by his loadout. Either that or it's going to be Interceptor tuned. Those are your two options, right? So is it either going to be a Hornet competitor or a Buccaneer competitor? With 2 size 4s, 4 size 3s, that's to me, that's a Hornet competitor. Now, if there's a light fighter without loadout, what the fuck? Do we need fuel to get the Microtech? We might. Obstructed, that's annoying. Let's just refuel anyways, we're here. But yeah, the Super Hornet's like the worst Hornet possible, right? So that being a heavy fighter stats means it is actually quite good. But this thing is going to compete with the S7A. What kind of PvP are you doing? So earlier we were doing some free flight and stuff, but just in general we say PvP stream because I am a PvP pilot, right? And I will absolutely take fights. But right now we're actually in 4-9. So 4-9, there's not much chance of PvP happening. we're actually about to do a test though with the new cannons that are meta against a Perseus. So we're flying to Microtech to pick up the C cannon, C788s, and the Deadbolt 5s, and we're going to see, because basically the C788s are straight up like insane. So size 4 right here. So yeah, 1200 alpha damage right now, which is only 400 less than the Meteor. Good velocity, 1152. And of course, penetration. Yeah, 12 meters of penetration. So that means that these size 4 guns are basically Leonid cannons from the Meteor. So I always said that the pure Deadbolt M80 was just a worse Meteor. With those guns, I think the Meteor is invalid. I think the M80 is just better. Yeah, we definitely needed that fuel. Because it's tankier, it's still fast enough. It can take more punishment from PDC fire and from turret fire, and it can apply now with the nerf on the size 3 deadbolts, with size 5 deadbolts, and with the C cannons. It's going to be the best big ship popper without loadout. It's still going to be good against fighters with the because you can also keep the 85Bs. So you can have 85Bs and C 788s for a mixed loadout, and that's going to be nasty. That's going to be really fucking nasty, especially because light fighters are going to have to go down and they're going to have to use lasers now. And against the M80, which has 2 size 2 shield generators, it's going to be pretty hard. I mean, the M80 might not kill you if you're really good at being evasive. That's true, but it can also just leave before you get its shields down. Now that you're forced to do that. We should be on a US server, yeah. Yeah, we're just testing some stuff right out. Yeah, so the Guardian MX is probably still the hard counter to the M80, because the Guardian MX wants what the M80 wants while being tankier and having very similar DPS. More, honestly, right now, if you go pure C cannons. So the Guardian MX does hard counter the M80, but it already did, because the M80 forces nose trades, right? So it's in general a buff to some heavy fighters. It's a huge nerf to the F8, and it's a nerf to the Hurricane and Scorpius, because size 3 guns got nerfed really bad. But the Guardians, the M80, in a way the Vanguard, because the size 2 bespoke nose guns didn't get nerfed, so the Vanguard's still so far out of the meta. Yeah, no, a Guardian MX hard counties, a regular Guardian's okay. I think that's a much more fair matchup that the M80 can win. But like the MX is just a hard counter to the M80. You can't, because the whole playstyle of the M80 is forcing into a nose trade where it has more DPS and more health against most fighters. So the Hornets, Sabers, Gladius, Arrow, name it, right? But against the Guardian MX, it has more health and almost the same damage. So the nose trade is then unfavorable for the M80. So the M80 doesn't really have an answer. Yeah. That's basically a foregone conclusion, because you outrate it. The whole gimmick of the M80 of forcing the nose trade just helps you, right? So the MX is the hard counter to the M80. There's not much chance of the M80 winning that fight. Now I'll fight you in other ships. If you just want a duel, I will take you on in other ships to test things out. But unless And I don't think you are, like, unless you're like very bad. The M80 doesn't really have a win con against the Guardian MX, because what it wants to do, the MX does better. And you can outrate me, so it's not like I can fly around your guns, right? And so basically I can run away from you, or I can lose slow. In a team fight, it's a little bit more competitive, because at that point you can do bracketing where you can string out and target fixate, and you can use your speeds to win the fight. But in a duel, in a 1v1, yeah, the MX wins that 100 times out of 100. Still a great ship though. I'm not talking shit about the M80. The other hard counter to the M80 was removed this patch, which was the Shredder arrow, but there could still be a Deadbolt arrow, which would also still hurt an M80 pretty good. Yeah, I thought your name was familiar, Hazard. So you fly with Dead Awake a lot. Yeah, I mean the Buck was never not good, but the Buck needs to be flowing with. Yes, that's where I know your name from. I'm like, I swear I've seen that guy before. Yeah.
Quantum fuel, 50%.
You were there during our purse deals? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I swear that name is familiar. No. I'll also absolutely. I will duel you, but if it's in the M80, I'm gonna lose. Because that's just like literally a hard numbers counter. But I'll take you on if you want it. I ain't afraid. Somebody was pulling out a Percy for me to fight here. Who was that? Let me see where they're at. A while ago. We need to test the pins for my OSR. Was it U9 ball? Were you pulling out? Yeah, it was U9 ball. Nice. Are we friends in the PTU? If not, you can add me. Once again, my in-game name is Khalid, C-A-L-I-E-D-E. Once again, that is C-A-L-I-E-D-E. Actually, you're on my server. I see you right there. You're at the very top of that list right there. Was it you who fought a ship with a loadout that couldn't hurt me, IIRC? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Wow, I like can't make out. Where are you, new babbage? This is Ghost Hollow, man. I remember when Ghost Hollow was popping off with fights constantly. Me and my friend would go there in a hurricane, not to get any money or try anything, just to fight people there. There it is, I see it. With light fighters basically forced to run lasers, no, it won't be competitive. I can show you exactly why. Because they nerfed the weapons of the wolves, right? So that's why they absolutely shredded the damage and DPS of these weapons down to where they are basically trash. So if we just go and we go to the Gladius now, and we do, here we go. Actually, maybe it will. I was so used to the insane shredder numbers, right? So these were nerfed. The shredders are still better nerfed than that. So maybe it will be okay, actually. But if we look at 4.8, right? 4.8. So this is live build. Look at that DPS. That's why the arrow was, sorry, not the arrow, the wolf was so bad, is the wolf had less than half the DPS of that. But let's see, NDBs. Yeah, NDBs still seriously outdamage it, which is still a shame because they used to be on par. So I think NDBs might be up there. When it comes to Panthers, at that point it just hits. So it could be okay. It's gonna be better than it was at the very least, because the shredders are gonna be gone. CFs or attritions for your Hawk? Probably still attritions, because they're just gonna punch a little higher. But you still will want a mix of CFs and attritions, because CFs have hit rate, attritions have alpha, right? Yeah, so I've never used scatterguns, so that wasn't me. The only time I've flown with you guys in Dead Awake was in that, was back fighting Xenothreat. Usually I'm working when he's live. And I'll watch his stuff a lot. I'm a big Dead Awake fan over here. He's a really great content creator, guys. Hazard, like seriously, I will absolutely duel you, whether it's in live or free flight or here. I will never turn down a friendly fight. Never. I got. We might be a little nose forward, huh? Let's fix that. No. Here's the thing, still, right? I think you should go full laser, and probably mixed CF and attritions, right? Because your goal is to get shields down. This is the difference between the Hawk and other ships, is you win the fight by turning off their ship, right? So lean into that, and then in a team fight you'll be supportive. You'll be a second man. Oh, bro, dude, we are chill here. We are absolutely chill here. Besides, you'd make my PvP stream title not a lie. Izzy pop? Izzy pop? All right. The stream has no rails. The only rails here are the one that flies me directly into asteroids.
All right. It was nice chatting with you.
Got your friend request?
Ready to upgrade?
Later.
Located in the plaza, the factory line has multiple microchips latest operating.
Wouldn't want to distract Cal from his favorite loop in the game, mining. Guys, I'm not a pirate. I'm a miner. I'm mining your hulls with my lasers.
Hello, and welcome to New Ravage, capital city of
Cannons are pretty good. Hits hard, just not used to... Okay, so here's the thing. Let's talk cannons versus that. Oh, that was Ares. That wasn't that. So here's why cannons are never meta in PvP. Because when we're talking fighters and fighter dueling, right? DPS and alpha damage don't matter. DPS and alpha damage don't matter in fighter dueling. And honestly, before alpha, they didn't matter in the game at all. Because what mattered
doors are now closing.
what mattered was applied damage, and that's still what matters, right? So it doesn't matter if your deadbolts do insane damage to me if you're only hitting me once or twice in the fight and I'm hitting you every single time I'm nosing onto you, right? So that's why we just went off the rails there. That's why the high fire rate weapons will always be better for dueling until maneuverability and stuff goes down, right? So for example, if they made it a lot harder to get nose on, and they also lowered accelerations and stuff, so you wouldn't have the instantaneous 80 up down left right spam that arrows can do right now with a keyboard, right? And then you pair that with giving the shot harder. Yeah, you could argue that then, okay, I just need to get in position and then I get the shot and I get the kill. With how evasive ships are in duels, it's very unlikely if you're fighting a skilled opponent that you will have a high hit rate with cannons, because it's not only do you need to have perfect tracking of the pip, but when you are using a high rate of fire weapon, you can cross over the pip and still apply damage. You can't with a cannon. Any crossover, if you don't fire at the exact moment that you're on the pip, it's a miss. So you just get way less hit percentage. So once again, damage doesn't matter. Alpha damage doesn't matter. DPS doesn't matter in a fighter duel. Applied damage matters. The higher your rate of fire, the more you apply damage. Angry Aegis the Reclaimer in the Oasis. So yeah, there's my soapbox, but that's why in dueling and in PvP, you always want something with a high rate of fire. Especially because at the end of the day, you have to like assume the worst case scenario. So we say PvP, and you can say, well, hey, if I attack a ship I pulled out of Quantum and they're a cargo ship, the devils do fine there. That's PvP. Yes, but when we're talking PvP builds, we are assuming you're fighting the most meta fighter of the current patch. So in 4.8, that's going to be the Arrow. We're not sure what's going to be in 4.9 just yet, because there's nobody testing PvP in 4.9 because everyone hates the changes. So Alright, so this is probably going to be the meta PvE loadout, or the meta punch-up loadout for the M80. We have it set up here. Yeah. But remember their areas. Remember areas. Those are anti-fighter weapons. Repeaters, Gatlings, they aren't meant to punch into large ships. You're going to Melchizedek Comrie? Sounds good. I'll see you there.
The capsule.
Yeah, no worries, dude. All right. Thirsty from all this yapping I'm doing. Okay, no worries, dude. Being able to take those tiny snapshots as the pit is my favorite thing about cannons, though. Sure. No, absolutely. I'm not saying you can't be good with cannons. I'm saying is basically it's a guarantee you're going to be applying less DPS with cannons, and that's, you know, if you're assuming a skilled opponent, right? You have to assume that they won't be giving you easy shots. And so, them just being able to every single time they nose onto you apply damage versus you getting that 1 out of maybe 3 times,
The capsule.
that's the problem, right? Now, obviously, there are people who are very good at it. I'm not saying you can't be good at it. I'm just for average general advice. The Intrepid. Nine ball? I guess, yeah, I guess you did get these things from your ship. Yo.
Microtech. The Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology.
When you're fighting an arrow, though, rate of fire is dramatically more important. Remember, for the PvP build, you have to assume you're fighting the meta light fighter of the patch. Size 3, no. I was recommending that for silhouette size 2s, because he has the hawk, and so you need the attrition to punch into heavy fighters, right? Because I don't think the size 2 CF does the job. So the size 3s, I still think it's probably NDBs over that. Oh, you use backspace? Okay, copy.
Landing gear raised. Shield system inactive.
All right. I don't know yet. I'll need to retest that. You want to see the engine terminal as you shoot it? Yeah, that's okay, man. I'll wait for you.
Quantum drive activated.
I do think velocity does matter.
Deactivated.
But the velocity has some appeals, right? Especially on a Hornet, where NDBs and the these new cannons are gonna have a matched pip. I'm not seeing your ship, bud. Oh wait, it's behind me. There we go. I am seeing your ship. Like I said, I need to do a lot more size 3 testing, but there's nobody in free flight in PTU. So we might just have to wait until next Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever the patch drops, and just see how things level out here. We could, you know, eyeball it. But see, the thing is the NDBs do have a lower velocity. They have a much higher fire rate. So they have 500 rate of fire versus 350 for the attritions, right? While having only slightly lower damage. Looks like I am missing a pip. Or no, they are that closely matched. There is 2 pips there. There's overlaid. Look at that. No rush, man. No rush. Like, does that make sense, Kai? It's the rate of fire plus the fact that it matches velocity very well with these new C788s. There he is. Oh, he brought out the Polaris too. Hey. We should test that ship too, Nineball. We should absolutely test that ship too. In fact, do you want to test that one first since you're already in it, Nineball? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Just let me know when you're ready. Here we go, boys. Science time. This should work if the numbers check out. All right, if we just shoot with those.
Check fire. Check fire.
Yeah, I am.
Check fire. Check fire.
So I am definitely getting that marker where it's saying it's not penning. What are you seeing?
Check fire.
So there, I am penning the turrets, and I am able to kill your turrets.
Check fire.
But I did not pen the ship.
Check fire.
But I am turning off your PDCs. Let me try deadbolts.
Check fire.
Deadbolts also are not penning.
Check fire.
Now they are penning the engine when the C's weren't. Ooh.
Check fire. Check fire.
So did they change how armor works, or are these numbers just wrong? All right, I'm gonna go all weapons now here.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Man, I should have set my respawn to New Babbage.
Check fire. Check fire.
I mean, size 5s are serious guns.
Check fire.
The size 5 deadbolts don't damage armor anymore. They must have changed something drastic with the armor system.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
It also looks like the engines and turrets are not acting as armor holes that allow you to damage the armor.
Check fire.
Yeah, they're still at.
Check fire. Check fire.
Makes me want to go get the meteor with the Leonid.
Check fire.
Let me really quick
Inactive.
hop back to Tressler. Which I'm fucking lost now. Let me grab my meteor. That is bizarre. Yeah, it doesn't seem like even with that alpha it's doing armor damage. Yeah.
Activated. Quantum drive. Deactivated.
Did I overshoot it? No. Where did Tressler go? It was inaccurate.
Quantum drive. Activated. Quantum drive. Deactivated. Shield system active. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Engines inactive. Core system deactivated.
Well, we had some pretty enjoyable missions from Rico Battaglia that had you boarding ships, clearing them out, and repairing them for the crew that was barricaded inside the command module. We're testing out the brand new C7 cannons that we thought were invalidating the Meteor, but they can't damage the Polaris, which is really interesting because they should be able to. So either the numbers on those cannons aren't correct, those cannons have a unique modifier that's stopping them from damaging armor, or they changed armor. So right now we are doing science. We're pulling out the Meteor now, the ship we thought was going to be invalidated by those cannons. Yeah. They changed something with armor, perhaps? Now, the Meteor still has 400 more alpha damage, but 1200 should have absolutely damaged, even through shields, the Perseus and Polaris. I can also go back down to New Babbage and grab the thing. Yeah, so they could have changed how shields affect ballistic damage, right? They could have increased the amount that was lost there. It's the stock one that comes with it. Yeah, still, absolutely, they could be doing that. The problem is at that point, why not just one mono laser? Because if you gotta drop shields anyways, right? I see Hazard is there. All right, 9-ball. I'm back. We're going to engage. We penned. Wait, we absolutely penned. Yeah. Yeah, these hit markers gotta go though. That is bizarre. It could be. No, I really hate the new markers. I don't think they have any value. Like, why am I getting all the markers popping at the same time, right? Well, it's because everything's happening at once, right? So we're hitting shields, damaging through shields, damaging hull, damaging component. So I fire one salvo and get 4 hit markers, right? And that's just hitting shields, then yeah. No, it's just the Leonids. So yeah, we finally killed that component. So I should have tested against the large turrets though, because those large turrets are the main targets when you're in the meteor or an M80 now against that. Yeah, I think that's the weapon. That's interesting. Yeah. Hazard, yeah, Hazard. If you've got 4 of those cannons, yeah, come over here and light up the Perseus main guns. Any pen? No penning. Whoa. That's weird. Yeah, I killed it. Okay, wait. So let's go to the top one. Let's go to the top gun, right? Can you damage the top gun now? I'm not seeing it apply damage. Okay, so now try. Nope. That was damage? Okay, kill it now. Yeah, I see it happening now. Yeah. I bumped the Polaris. All right, it's dead. So 30 to 35% armor. That can't be right. That would be assuming these things did only like 200 some damage. Okay. I'm gonna theoretically then I might need you to fly me back to Tressler, Hazard. I would just say kill me, but I don't have my respawn set. I turned off the shields on here. In theory, you should be able to basically 1 or 2 shot me. Those are actually where the damage is, right? So I'm outside of the meteor. Pop my meteor once. Hey, Eagle, how's it going, man? We're doing some science. Okay. Survived the 1 shot. Yeah, that's what we're testing right now. We're having a very interesting results from this. Okay, so you did one tap me. Okay. So the damage number is correct, but it's not applying that damage through armor. That is funky stuff. All right, I'm coming in. Oh, I couldn't make it all the way up. You could fly me back to PT. I appreciate that. Once the elevator goes up, please. There we go. So I turned the shields off intentionally to not get any reduction. So we were just testing those guns, Eagle, and they couldn't damage the Polaris or Perseus at all, while the Meteor still could, which was really interesting because numbers wise it should work. So but we just confirmed that's the damage that's happening because it one tapped a Meteor. 4 of them one tapped a Meteor that had no shields. So it's doing that much damage. It's just interacting with armor either differently, or they changed how ballistics pen through shields. It could be spaghetti code. I'm hoping to think that though that they're changing armor a bit because armor needed help. I can sort of see. I wonder, can I like... Nope, I can't. Do you want me to repair anything? Yeah, go ahead and repair. You have the tools for it. Or if you want to just take it back to repair. Alright. We're coming down on a pad, it looks like. Oh, you're gonna need to open it or close it because we are in a party, right? Yeah, I'm actually currently your prisoner. There she is. Oh, I got your quantum drive. So that's what that one is in the back. Hey, good to know. You should still have it on the Percy. All right, let me see if I respawn here too, so we can actually do a duel as well. So, did you want to have a fight, Hazard? And if you did, what ship did you want to fight me in? I will fight you in the M80, but you're gonna win. That's just how that's gonna happen. I will do it though. Or we can fight in different ships or anything you want. While we have 9-ball redo stuff here. Nom. All right. I love a fight. I only have my Guardian though, but feel free to fight anything you have. Anything, huh? Anything.
Welcome to the ASOS system.
Well, Chat, does the Pitbull, not with stock loadouts, the Pitbull doesn't damage on MX, does it? God, that would be fun though. Does the Alpha Wolf damage? I'm not saying Elwinning is in it. I'm not that confident. Monkey's Paw, now you're fighting meta arrows for the rest of the time. Yeah. No, I need attritions to damage heavy fighters besides twos. I mean, obviously, I could pull out an arrow. I could pull out an arrow, a wolf, or a Gladius is what I could swing right now. I don't have many heavy fighters that are like not like two-seater. Aside from the M80, which we just know is just a type disadvantage. I can do a Talon. But Talon I don't have a good weapon kit for. We haven't yet, no, Eagle Eye. I haven't been able to get somebody who's close enough to me in skill for that to matter, and unfortunately, okay, so not saying I'm good. I'm a journeyman level PvP pilot. I really enjoy PvP, but I'm not like a top tier ace. I am better than most people in the verse though. So it's a weird thing where most viewers, I will just kind of slaughter most of them. And then like I have like 3 people. I have like Telio, the Pie, and Slummy, who are actually close to me, and none of them are here able to test. I think Gladius Talon will be tough. All right, we can do a Gladius. I will need to claim.
Vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
I will need to claim the arrow as well,
Your vehicle has
and then we're gonna need to
been
strip some weaponry around here. And of course, this is going to be stock components, so I'm sure you are too, though. So not the most clear-cut representation. I didn't hit save. Oh, I did hit save. Okay.
Welcome to the A-
So you know about flare passing?
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please.
Oof, yeah. Yeah, dude. Super is Super is one of 5 genuine heavy fighter aces that I have met. He's up there. Like I said, it's him, it's Alkaline Hawk, it's Jet, it's Grundle, and one more person that I'm blanking on the name. I know it's 5 though. Okay. Oof. Well, shields aren't going to matter that much, actually. You've got full ballistics. So let's head back to the comm array. We don't have Tressler coming in and fighting us. No worries, man. This is a friendly fight. No egos on the line here. We're just having fun, right? If you kick my ass, you kick my ass. I mean, I think all you need is one hit from those fucking guns, so it could even be a lucky thing, right? So like I said, I will accept a duel from anyone in good faith, whether they're good or bad. I've had several times where people have come on stream and kicked my butt. It's okay. Just because I say I'm a PvP player does not mean I'm the best player of all time. I just like it, you know? Alright, Villain, I see you coming on. Or, not Villain. I see you, Villain, hello. And Hazard, I see you coming in. We'll do our flare pass and start. Actually, wait. I want the good music for this. Stay in that back straight. He wants me to come in. Oh, this is what we want. We want him to come in close. We're gonna dive in down and then stay here. Oh, a little bit of lag happening right there. We need to get some resources back here. Oh, there it is. Haha, dude. Yeah, it's just one tap and that wrecks me, man. Yeah, you took out a wing. Yeah, that's the fight. That is definitely the fight. One hit and I lose half the ship. Good fight, dude. Go ahead and finish me off. Go ahead and finish me off. So I'll respawn and we'll do it again. I don't think I damaged you there. There it is. Yeah, dude. All it took was one and then I couldn't fly anymore. I also couldn't quite get saddle. Yeah, no, that's just how it is in PU, unfortunately. That's engineering. That's what engineering has done to fighters. Like, I see the point of it for like Death of a Spaceman and stuff to give you time to eject or other things. Especially when you're like bounty hunting, it's so annoying. You have to like quadruple the health of the ship or something like that. Let me try the arrow this time. Actually, no, I can't get the size 1 guns on it. I'll do Glycogen. The perfectly balanced boom tube, exactly, right?
Welcome to the ACE.
Yeah, so that is scarier than the deadbolts used to be.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle, please visit us.
I mean, if I could have held saddle a little bit longer, that would have helped as well. This fucking insurance system. 1 second. Maybe. The fact that those C788s, though, I don't know. It's, yeah, it probably will be a bit better to just do C788s and NDBs. But the problem is right now it flies really bad. Well, right now the Hornet's in a bad place. Yeah, the M80 is going to be insane. Yeah. All right, one more try. Let's see if I can't get settled this time. There he is. Oh, that's actually the Percy. There he is. All right. He's staying back. He does not want to get close to me. Here we go. The cooler sucked. You power planted? No, he's still at EM. Oh, he's the same. Oh, okay. Good fight, dude. So you did hit me that time, but the difference is you hit me in the body. So I didn't lose a wing or an engine. But yeah, no, that was a hard fight, dude. I don't know why. Yeah. I was a bit sad I didn't do it. Yeah. So the reason why that last one was so disabling is it wrecked my maneuvering, right? But just taking the one to the body didn't actually full kill me. And didn't disable any of my components or any of my nav thrusters, right? But no, you're good, dude. You're good for a Guardian pilot. You know, you've definitely got bicording down. You know how to slip out of there. You weren't letting me sit on saddle, right? And so I had to be very cautious. And what happened in the first fight is I was a little too aggressive, and I used up all my afterburner, so I couldn't dodge, right? And I mean, especially like whenever you would back off, and I mean, because I was basically forced to play the range game and make you come to me. But me having to get through your entire heavy fighter shield bank before I could start damaging you was definitely long and grindy. And this is kind of my issue with like how long the time to kill is currently. Like, I know you're a heavy fighter, but like just in general, like I have to try so hard to even get your shields down, and then they come back instantaneously if I ever let off. That's why I kept short magging, basically. I didn't get full Emax, so I wanted to make sure I kept my progress. Because if I let you go free for too long, all of my progress gets wiped against those heavy shields. So I really think shield regen needs to not be as quick as it is. But yeah. Yeah. Let me see here. 9ball, do you want to go take him back? Technically, we are past our stream end time, but that was fun. I really do enjoy that. We're 1 for 1 on each other. And who knows, if you had an anti-fighter loadout instead of cannons, right? Like if you have maxed 84 Bs, right? That's a very different fight for me. Because, you know, every time you even get chip damage on me, you're applying damage versus me having to get through your entire shield. I don't know, man. It'd be close. Because you'd also have a higher velocity as well. And velocity directly applies to your effective range, remember? Oh yeah. Well, here, I mean, if you want to see Pip moving, then let's fight one more time if you're down for it. But I'll pull out the arrow, which will suffer a lot more against you. Real talk. I'm only gonna have 2 guns doing damage. But yeah. Because the arrow is 50% more maneuverable than the Gladius. And it's smaller. I'll bring the Idris to the knife fight. Do it, Ares. Top light fighter right there. We got the cool music playing as I'm fucking running back to get a new ship. We'll just pause that. Take that, you puny arrow. Well, Hazard and Nightball were there when I boarded an Idris and took out its crew.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
Let's see.
retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
This is going to be a stock arrow. But maybe those ballistics will help me keep those shields from recharging, yeah.
Welcome to the ASOP
Yeah,
vehicle
right.
retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the your
But honestly, like, Hazard, like, full respect to you, man. You're really good at that bicording. You're good at leveraging what the Guardian is good at. Like, that was a tough fight. And, you know, I consider myself a journeyman PvP pilot. But usually, against most players, a Guardian MX wouldn't be a tough fight for me. So, you're not on, like, Alkaline Hawks level or TT Super Freaks level, but you're good. Yeah, I can pen you. Not the top 2 guns, so I only have 2 guns instead of 3. But yeah, I can pen you.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Oh yeah, TT is a great guy. I like him a lot.
Takeoff complete. Shields offline. Landing gear raised.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Why did it cut me out?
Is now off. Quantum drive is now off.
Yo, hey, quantum drive. Okay, no, it cut me out because I'm here. That's why I'm dumb. Spaceman. Who the hell? Spaceman's in a Mustang. Hazard, we might get third party if they think this is a this isn't a test. Just be aware of that. If we do get third partied, I'm going to change targets to deal with them, okay? If Spaceman decides, because we're gonna be red because we're damaging each other, right? But he might try something. I don't think he will get very far, but if that happens, we turn off, kill the third partier, and then we flare pass. Exactly, I'm just saying, because we are gonna show up red to their sensors. Missiles in the air? Firing torps off? There's Hazard. All right, here we go. Ooh. You scraped me. Ooh. Oh man, my whole game froze right there. You did get one of my wings there. I wonder if I'm desyncing, man. Oh man. There's the kill. Good fight. Good fight. Good fight. Finish it. Yeah, you hit me more than I thought you would there, man. But also, another reason why the arrow is kind of overpowered is it actually has more health and more armor than the Gladius. But I had less guns too, right? So I only had 2 guns that could damage you for the entire fight, so that's where it kind of evens out. Yeah, it's smaller, faster, more DPS. Just it has smaller size guns on top. So like, for example, if I had like I don't know, I don't even know if attritions on top would have helped that much, but yeah. No, the arrow just fully outstats the Gladius in a ballistic meta. I got you close though. If I admit, see, the thing I'm struggling with right now is you're keeping me at range and you have the radar advantage, right? So, like I need to move close to you, but I don't want to push you because I don't want to overextend and then be burning my boost to push you. I need the boost for evasion, right? But yeah, I got saddled on you a couple times. That was a good fight, dude. Great fight. I really think if you had anti-fighter weapons, this would be even harder for me. Yeah. There were a few times you hit me and I was like, what the fuck? Because normally I can see the shots coming in, right? So I don't know if we had a little bit of lag or desync or whatever. That's just Star Citizen though. But yeah, there were a few times where I was like, I don't think that one should have hit. The first one that hit me didn't even damage me. So I think there was something going on there. But yeah, good fights. Good fights. Respect. Everyone in chat, give Hazard a thumbs up. Give him a clap. Yeah, there was definitely a lag spike that happened.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I'm not saying that's why I lost. Well, to clarify. To clarify. You earned it. But yeah.
Your vehicle has been moved to our
I think that's going to be all for me, though. We are almost an hour over our time that we were going to stop at. So I got to take care of some stuff IRLs. But thanks for... Armor's at 0, health 78. Yeah, well also, if I start blowing off those arms, that really hampers you, right? And so like I was really close on one of them. The others were like yellow. But yeah. So anyways, thanks for the fights. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll catch you guys next time. Once again, Hazard, nothing but respect, dude. Great fights. Proud, you know, you are doing really well. You are definitely one of the better heavy fighter pilots. So honestly, take that to the bank. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys.